Hello and welcome to our 25-night cruise to USA Canada on board the beautiful Sky Princess. In this episode we see our first sight of land for 5 days, have dinner in the Crown Grill, we have a bit of banter on the balcony about the ship's services, and we make our first port of call to Corner Brook in Newfoundland, where we're lucky enough to stumble on a peace and reconciliation celebration, and we get the chance to have a chat to a Mi'kmaq woman. Before we get into the video, we'd like to ask you to consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button. It costs you nothing, but really helps us. Thank you! But first of all, we visit the piazza, where one of the many staff against passenger competitions was going on. In this particular case, it was a beanbag toss.
For a place in the semi-finals, let the guests have the choice. Would you like to go first or second, guests? Guests get a choice.
Yes, to go second.
Guests to go second. Officers first then. First officer, please step up. 3 beanbags from Mr. Matt Thompson, entertainment director.
Behind this lovely chunky white one.
Officers competing for a place in the semi-finals. A lot of pressure on this man. Oh, bad start, bad start. He's in. Oh, 50 scored for the first round, so 50 on the board. That's it, 25. Oh, only making Mr. Thompson on the shambles. Does she still have the skill? Oh, an absolute freak shot. Very lucky. Well, that's not expected. 100 score.
And on this occasion, the officers actually lost.
You demand a random drug test for this man's report. Ladies and gents, booing for the poor performance of the officers this morning. Boo!
So, we haven't done this for a little while, but we thought as the sunshine is out today and it's really nice, we're fast approaching Newfoundland now, that we'd have a bit of a banter on the balcony, because look at the sea, it's gorgeous.
It's amazing, isn't it? You just can't believe that this is the Atlantic. It's just stunning.
The Atlantic Ocean at the end of September, flat calm and beautiful sunshine. So, we thought we'd begin by talking about the much maligned medallion app, because we've been fairly harsh critics of it ourselves as well, but I must say that on this cruise it's actually been working really quite well. We've managed to order things like bathrobes, we booked 4 lots of specialty dining, we've ordered drinks, we ordered room service, and it's all really worked well. And I guess the longest wait we had for any of this was about 15 minutes, and that was for our lunch. So, well done, Princess. You seem to have cracked the medallion app so far on this cruise.
One of the other things that we've noticed is the internet, and of course our package includes internet cover. We've been told that there were several days that we wouldn't actually be in vicinity of being able to get any internet cover, and what they've done is given us a refund for the days. So we've had that put back into our onboard account already. There has been a few times when a few messages have got through to us, which is all a bit of a shock. But we hope that by tomorrow we will have internet coverage back again. But what they've said about it has been absolutely correct. How about the service in the bars then?
Well, on our recent Enchanted Princess cruise we had big problems getting served a drink in the bars, but I must say on here the service couldn't be better. We've had no issues whatsoever, no need to queue at bars, waiters everywhere, and we're really getting excellent service. So well done, Princess.
And some of them not only know us, they know our drinks, and
Yes.
they know our cabin number.
Yes, that's a bit sort of embarrassing, but you just walk in now and the drinks appear before you've even ordered them.
Brilliant.
But yeah, wonderful service, excellent. Thank you very much, Aldrin.
Sadly, we've had a message from the captain today to say that one of our stops has already been cancelled. It's very sad circumstances because it's a result of Hurricane Fiona, and the devastation that's been caused on Prince Edward Island is such that the ships can't go in. It's such a shame for the whole of the people on Prince Edward Island, because the few photographs that we've seen have shown it's absolutely horrific there for them. It's upsetting for us, but nowhere near as bad as it will be for the people on the island. So our thoughts are with them, and thank you very much to the captain for updating us and letting us know what's going on.
Now there's something very special in the distance over there, and I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on this picture because the sun's right in my eye, so I can't really tell. But it is the first land that we've seen for 5 days, Lindsay?
Is it 5 or 6? I've lost count.
Yeah, so this is the east coast of Newfoundland, and yeah, it's quite exciting. We're actually getting very close to land now.
So, we're here at the Crown Grill tonight for our next specialty dining menu, and we've made a major discovery.
Thank you.
And the tiger prawns.
Lovely, thank you very much. And we've made a major discovery. This seems to be the only place on the ship that you can get the ancient renegade wine. So we're going to get a good hammering tonight. So this is my tiger prawn starter. It's sort of cold, which was a bit of a surprise to me, on something with bits of something else. Not quite sure what it is actually.
And I've got, unusually for me, I've got scallops. I'm just going to try it as something new, and that's a hot starter, and it does look very pretty. So let's see what it tastes like.
So Lindsay, how are your scallops?
It's a very nice dish. It's very tasty. The sauce was very nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a great lover of scallops, and I would say that without the sauce, the scallops would have been nothing really.
And how's your wine?
Delicious.
Delicious. Good.
So I know that you had something slightly different for a starter. How did that work out?
Well, I like tiger prawns, but I don't like them cold. So it was strange. The tiger prawns were actually warm, but whatever it was on, and I have not a clue what it was. There was bits of melon in it, but it was sort of, I've no idea what it, but it tasted really, really nice. Really pleased with it.
And that's the main thing, isn't it? It tasted good.
Yeah, it tasted good. I'm just a little bit concerned because there were some little eggs there, and I hope it's not salmon because I'm allergic to it.
But having said that, how's the wine?
The wine is wonderful. Cheers!
So here we have the black and blue soup, which we know is absolutely gorgeous because we had it before. And just to accompany it, we'll have an extra glass of ancient renegade. Now, Lindsay, what did Captain Heike just tell us?
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to go to Sydney now. So we, to cut a long story short, we are going to end up with an extra day in New York. So that is good news for everybody. The bad news is that we can't go to Sydney because the port is still closed, which means they've got huge problems there. So our thoughts go to them and all the other communities that are affected by the hurricane that's already been through.
Very much so. But it does mean we're also getting an extra day in St John's, New Brunswick.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there, because there's not an awful lot there.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah. Okay. Here's the black and blue onion soup. So, Lindsay, how was your black and blue onion soup?
It was really nice. I mean, it was nice the last time we had it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it again this time. And of course now we've got our second glass of Renegade.
Well, you have to make the most of it because it's not available anywhere else on the ship.
It's the only place that we can get to drink this, and it's delicious still.
Yes. Luke, Gavin and Bob and Holly will be proud of us.
Absolutely.
Cheers, guys. So, Lindsay, what have you got?
We've got the filet mignon. And cream spinach and mushrooms and asparagus and chips.
And I
And salt.
salt, very important, salt. So I have got my beef chop, huges with burnt mushrooms and onions, and I have my garlic fries and asparagus and cream spinach. And the steak is gorgeous. And what are you having to drink with it, Lindsay?
I'm having some more of that renegade stuff because it's absolutely marvellous.
Another one.
Are you enjoying your steak? I take it you're speechless.
It's just gorgeous.
It is, isn't it?
Melt in the mouth. Gorgeous. Oh, it's beautiful.
And I have to say, as a non-steak eater, I will eat steak, but I'm not a great lover. The steak I had was absolutely out of this world.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing.
So, Lindsay, how was your main course?
It's very difficult to find the right way of describing that. I'm not a steak person particularly. I had the filet mignon. I've had it before and it was very good. This tonight was absolutely incredible. And to be perfectly honest, I've had another one of these. And it's still as good as it was before.
It was.
I will struggle to find anything to beat this on board.
That wine is good.
It's very good.
Beautiful.
Just like me.
Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
So this is my caramel creme brulee cheesecake, and it looks gorgeous, and it looks so good that Lindsay is in fact having exactly the same. So give it a go, darling.
Dig in.
Good?
Well, I thought I'd ask you what you thought of the pudding.
Well, I quite liked it actually. I think I preferred it to you, but the best course of the night was the main course. The main course was so stunning. Oh, it was lovely. So, Lindsay, we had a lovely meal in Crown Grill tonight. Is it getting to your emotions? Are you feeling emotional?
Feeling so emotional.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been unbelievable.
It has. Your head's getting a bit floppy?
No?
No? Your words are getting emotional?
Maybe.
Yes. But it has been a lovely night.
But I'm doing well. I'm on the water.
Good. And tell me, Lindsay, why are you drinking water?
Because I have to.
After a superb meal in the Crown Grill, we headed off to the theatre to watch the comedian before having an early night.
Oh, are you filming for the kids at home?
Yes. Love it. So here we are, we've arrived in Corner Brook. And this is the beautiful view from our balcony. Quite stunning, isn't it? The weather's dry, sunny, and a bit chilly. But stunning scenery. So lovely. We've arrived in Corner Brook.
We have.
The flags are out. There's people singing to us, and the sun is shining.
Yes.
And give us a smile. Oh, lovely.
Oh, when those cotton balls keep rocking, you can't pick very much cotton in bamboo. No, you can't be in bamboo. But when you walk on the corner, you know what? down in Louisiana, just about a mile from the
Yeah. Hi, so we've arrived in Corner Brook, and here we are in front of the church. It's a quaint little place. We had the shuttle bus in, didn't we,
We
Lindsay?
did, yeah. We thought we'd be cheeky and have the shuttle bus because we didn't quite know where it was going to pick up from.
No, but it was only 200 yards to walk. So that was a bit of fun. So we're just going to take you around now. But it's a pretty little place.
Yeah.
Temperature's nice and the scenery's lovely. So we're waiting on the crossing now, and the reason why I'm doing it is there's an interesting little sound. I thought it was a cuckoo clock, but it's actually the pedestrian crossing. Oh, here we go.
I love it. I think that's really cute.
So this is the War Memorial. And that beautiful stag up there on the top of the plinth. Find it quite tricky. They all seem to just hang there, washing up anywhere.
It's not washing. No, it's the stuff they're selling.
Oh really? I thought they were just hanging there, washing up through the main street. Excuse my
Ignorant?
my ignorance then, yeah. But the people are very... I think one thing that I've really noticed is the amount of trees there are around. Up all sides of the streets and everything. Trees, trees, and more trees everywhere. What's the commemoration all about, if you don't mind explaining?
So today is National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, and I am a Mi'kmaq woman. So I'm a First Nations person, and this day the Government of Canada recognizes the disparity between Indigenous peoples and others. So when the country was formed in 1867, it only took 1 decade for the first residential schools to be opened. And in a residential school, children, the police would go into Indigenous communities and take the children from their families and bring them to these schools where they would stay and not speak their language, or not say their prayers, or not conduct their ceremonies, and be taught important things like how to dig rocks, or how to plant potatoes, or how to scrub toilets, because they weren't taught in the way that people were taught in other schools. So Indigenous peoples had a very rough beginning, and the result of years and years and generations of intergenerational trauma meant that most First Peoples don't know their heritage or their culture, can't speak their language, and don't know their history, because of course their history wasn't written. So now, in these days of truth and reconciliation, we tell our stories, we celebrate our customs, and we're very grateful to have opportunities to share the gifts that we get from our creation stories and our philosophies and ways of living with anyone who wants to hear. So.
And I guess the people that took your rights away from you were us, the British.
Yes, but that's not a reflection of the people of today.
No.
That's a reflection of the people a long time ago. The people of today are uncomfortable to hear those stories. In the prisons here, there's a disproportionate number of Indigenous people in prisons. A disproportionate number of Indigenous people with alcohol problems and drug problems. That's because if your great-great-grandparents grew up in a residential school, they didn't understand the concept of love or family or belonging. And so then when they had children, they were whisked away as well to to residential school. So for many generations, children had no idea of affection or love or possibility or opportunity.
When did that system of the residential schools finish?
It finished in the 1970s.
It's that recent.
In the 1960s, in Quebec, I can't remember the year right now, but they needed this land probably for something important like a shopping mall. So they went into the indigenous community and said, you have to be moved by Monday because this is important land, you know, you're encroaching on this very important land. So some stubborn people just didn't want to move. And so Monday, they came in and they shot the dogs and they burned the houses. That was the end of that. And so, in my language, I would say to you, Chilidah, which means welcome.
Thank you.
I would even say Chilidah Nidakdud, which means welcome friends.
Thank
To
you.
Ukdahanbuk, which is our name for this land.
We've certainly been welcomed since we got off the ship. It's been
Yeah.
lovely.
And you will be, and you
Yeah.
will continue to be.
So here in Corner Brook, this is the Glen Mill Pond behind us. And very beautiful it is too, isn't it?
It's really nice.
We're so fortunate enough to have a chat with one of the locals who's from the indigenous population and was telling us all about the history and what they're actually commemorating today. And it was quite moving, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
And we've even got some indigenous language on the video, so
Sorry, wasp.
really good. A wasp?
Wasp.
Right, so we've been invited back for lunch as well.
That was really nice.
Yeah, it would be rude not to go, wouldn't it?
And more than that, she's coming to England.
Yeah, to
Next
Taunton.
week.
Yeah, 10 miles away from us next week. So we're just taking a little stroll up this residential road. It's quite, just pretty. And different. All the little wooden houses.
After having a walk around the countryside and the rest of the town, we headed back into the centre where we stumbled upon a local brewery and thought it would be rude not to try and investigate some of the beers they had.
This is a very important line on the glass. It says panic line. Whether that's panic because you drank too much or whether you need another one, I don't know.
Well, I think my camera's drunk too much because I can't get it in focus. There it is. It's in focus. Yeah, so there we go. So we've got a couple of beers here. Mine's, what was mine?
There's the liquid sunshine.
Oh, the Liquid Sunshine, which is a hoppy IPA, and Lindsay's got the Kolsch, which looks very lagerish. So go for it, Lindsay. Tell me what it's like.
It's a lager.
It's a lager. Tasty?
It's fine.
Good.
Yeah, drinkable.
So, let's try it. Well, that's all right actually. It's quite hoppy, but almost citrusy.
Okay.
After all that fresh air and exploration, it was time to go back to the ship and have some dinner, and tonight we ate in the main restaurant, and jolly good it was too. Dinner was followed by a trip to the theatre where we enjoyed the vocal talents of Ross Hunter.
Shona, what appears to be the problem? Do you have a blockage?
I can't suck up my pipe. It isn't happening. There's nothing going on here.
Is that because you've got a suction problem or a blockage?
Both. It's just, I don't normally have these problems,
No.
to be fair.
No.
I've never had this issue before in my life.
No.
But on this occasion...
So would you like another straw? You got a bit.
It's coming!
It's coming.
It's coming, it's come! I've got it, it's fine. Everything's hunky-dory.
It's flowing now, is it?
Yes, it's flowing
Okay, fine.
beautifully.
Beautifully. Right. So this is our selection we got this evening in the International Cafe. Pistachio roulade. Asian shrimp and noodle salad. Interesting. Island spice lentil pie. Now the quiches are really nice. We had one the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, they were very nice.
And let's have more salads. And here is the ultimate favourite pie. The Greek salad.
These are
All the sandwiches.
These are quite different from
That's
the previous
nice.
ones that we've seen. So
Yeah, tea,
we haven't seen this one before.
chicken sandwich,
I haven't seen the black
muffalatella. Sounds rude. A black forest.
Yeah. Pesto, ham and cheese. Interesting. Much more interesting.
Cuban.
Chicken sandwich.
Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you soon. Oh, and why not try one of our other videos listed above?